Welcome to episode number 13 of Master Glyph Hacking, and we'll learn some interesting glyphs here, and it's gonna be a bit longer than few of the previous videos, but bear with me, you have so far. So let's begin. Alrighty, so we got some new glyphs coming our way. First up, we have safety. I see two ways to learn this. First up, we can see it as Captain America's shield, like it's on the ground. It looks like that. So the shield in general, or Captain America's shield, helps us from enemies or attacks, and it protects us. It's safe. It's safe. It keeps us safe. Safety. The other way, like with coronavirus, we wear masks. So if you look down your face when you are wearing a mask, the mask looks something like the safety glyph. But I personally think it like a shield, like that keeps us safe, like Captain America's shield, for example. So I take it like that. Or you can see a mask on your face, and if you look down, it will look something like the safety glyph. Alrighty. Next up, we have save. So we are yet to see worth, but we have seen the adapt arm of worth, and now we are seeing the save arm of worth. So something is worth adapting as well as saving. So we see save now. Next up, we have search or seek. So we look for something, search for something. Same meaning, but there are two words for this glyph: seek and search. How I see it is, it looks something like the scouter, something like the scouter in Dragon Ball Z, in the anime, if you have seen it. Even if you haven't seen it, it looks like a lens of sunglasses, one of the lenses, and that line looks like a reflection on the top of that lens, right? So for me, it looks like what's that? It looks like a scouter from Dragon Ball Z, but you can see it, and like anything, you are using some device on your eyes to search for something. Next up, we have see. So see is different from seek, and see is half the advance. Now, when you go up a hill or a path, you first look up how far you have to go, and you calculate everything, and only then you advance. So you see how far you have to go, and then you advance. So half the advance is C, and you see the upper part. Not difficult to remember, easy glyph. So C is half the advance, just the upper part. Okay. Next up, we have self. Self is another name for individual. We have seen that individual, due to gravity, is below, and the live or breathe, because we breathe air, it goes up, it's up there. It's the same as live or breathe, but it's drawn at the bottom, because human are down and their breath or their life is up there. Next up, we have separate. Very interesting. So it's just drawing every glyph from left to right, except two on the bottom and two on the top. You leave two nodes on the bottom and two on the top, and you draw everything. You keep drawing everything. And how you can see it is separate. You separate the old from the new. If you draw old and new glyphs, we have already learned them, and if you draw them and you connect them, that becomes separate. So separating old from the new, we got separate. Next up, we have shapers. We have already seen shapers. Let's discuss it a bit further. Shapers, like we got human, and if you draw a hood on a human, like if you draw a hood on me, it goes like this on the top, it comes here, and it goes right this on the shoulders. So that's the hood, and that's like the mysterious creatures. Those are the shapers. They are part of the Ingress lore, and that's it. That's the shapers. Or you can just imagine anyone in a hood, even an alien in a hood, anything in a hood. So some mysterious life form in a hood, it looks like that. So shapers is a very common glyph that you will encounter. Almost every other glyph sequence we encounter shapers. And next up, we have share. So you have found a diamond, and you are going to share it with someone. You have a big heart, And the thing is, you draw the diamond, you share a part, so that part is gone, so you draw this much. You have share is just like a diamond, so you gave a share of your diamond. Doesn't make any sense, I know, but anything to remember the glyph. So we gave a share of the diamond, so one line is missing, rest it's just like a diamond. Okay, you share your diamond, that's why it's missing an arm. Next up we have shield. This shield more of looks like a resonator, but how will you draw a shield in this glyph canvas? If you draw all the way out, that is the all glyph, so the best way after all is this. So this is how you draw a shield. One of the basics of Ingress, links, portals, shields, keys, fields. So these basic concepts are in my another series of videos. If you are interested, if you are very familiar with Ingress, there's no need to watch that series. Alrighty, next up we got simple. If you try to draw the most simple glyph in this entire thing, that will be this. And simple is one of the 4 glyph sequences you can add before the glyph sequences start. So one of the glyph inputs you can add, and simple will slow down the glyph sequences. You will see the glyph sequences slowly, you will get more time to draw them. And if you want to learn more about these glyph commands or glyph inputs and glyph sequences, you can watch my video Art of Glyph Hacking. And except that this is just one of the glyph commands, simple, complex, more and less. We have talked about it a lot. Next up we have soul. So human, mind, body, soul. We have talked about it a lot. You should know what is soul by now. Next up we have stability. Really interesting. If you look at it, to me it looks like a plane. It looks like a plane and it's stable. If you remember the difficult glyph, difficult is like the plane is in motion, it's tilted towards one side, but this one is plane on the bottom. It's like a jet plane, it's going straight, so it's very stable. A stable plane, stable. It's also called stability. It's also called stay, stability, stable. That's this sequence. Next up we have strong. So strong has no loose ends, it's just one rectangle closed from all sides, super strong. It looks like a brick, difficult to break. It also looks like a punch to me. So this is the strong glyph. It's very easy to remember, pretty common as well. So this gives you free glyph points. So that's strong. Next up we have success. We have already seen success, and it's also called progress or evolution. And we also know that the opposite of success is failure. We have seen that as well. So success goes up, failure goes down, like a graph. And the last one is star. We saw that in the first episode. That's how you draw a star. You never start it from one node. You can start, but you can make mistakes that way, because you might draw everything except going back to the first node. So start from the center, and because you cannot pick up your finger during glyph pattern, you will never get it wrong. Just start from the center. So that's it for this series of glyphs. Let's revise them quickly. We got safety, like we look at the mask, or simple, just a shield, a Captain America shield, that's safety. Next up we have save, we have W, we have the arm as save, adapt and save. Something is worth adapting and saving. Next up we have search or seek, like Scouter of the Dragon Ball Z. We got that to search or seek something. Next up we have C. So when you advance somewhere, you have to go up. First you see what's up, so the you cut the advance into half, and the upper side is the C. Next up we have self for individual. So self is heavier, or it's at the bottom, and breathe is lighter. You breathe air, it's up there. Next up we have separate. So we separate old and new, and we got separate. Next up we have shapers, like a human or anything with a hood. You draw that, very easy glyph, very common glyph. Next up we have share. We give our share of the diamond. So this diamond is giving missing one arm, so we share that diamond. Next up we have shield. So we couldn't draw it all the way outside because that is already the all glyph. So the next best way to draw a shield was this is our shield, one of the core things in Ingress. Next up we have simple, one of the glyph commands, simple, complex, more and less. Next up we have soul, like human, mind, body, soul. So the last one is soul. Next up we have stability, like a plane, it's stable, going smoothly into the air. Next up we have strong, like a brick or anything strong, it has no openings, no loose ends, it's just strong, one rectangular glyph. Next up we have success, the path is going up. We also have failure, in which the graph is going down. Next up we have star, we always start the star from the mid to get it right. So that's all for this video. It was a long one, but I hope you enjoyed, you had fun. And here is a glyph from the next video. Can you guess what that is? And even if you can, it's fine, just practice today's glyphs in the apps, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.